Good evening and welcome to the St. Thomas Stars audio live stream on the road. I'm Phil Pimentel, and the St. Thomas Stars tonight take on the Chatham Maroons in game number 3 of the GOHL Playoffs in round 1. Right now, the Chatham Maroons are up 2-0 on the season series. First two games were close ones. Game 1 here in Chatham was a 6-4 final, and then game 2 back at the Joe on Tuesday ended in a 5-4 overtime finish. A thrilling game start to finish, but the Chatham Maroons taking a 2-0 lead. Referees for tonight's game, Drew Ramsden and Tyler Mayle, and then linesmen Brandon Shaw and David Matthew scheduled for this matchup. The St. Thomas Stars down by 2. Tonight we'll throw back in Dylan Durno in between the pipes. So he played game 1, Campitaro played game 2, and now Dylan Durno will get his second game here in Chatham. A save percentage of .850 in the first game, 6 goals against, but those numbers do not reflect how he played, as he had a stellar game, made a lot of big saves to keep his team in that game. And he'll be going up against Samuel DeBlasi, who gets his third start of the playoffs. Goals against average for him in the postseason, 3.65, and a save percentage of .886. Looking over the scratches for this game, St. Thomas, Cade Kinnear and Charlie Stuckey both out, of course, for the rest of the season. Braxton Mullins out for tonight's game, and Reed Crossman as well is out tonight, nursing a minor injury. For Chatham, out of the lineup will be Parker Graham, Seth Coomber, who haven't been playing much for Chatham, and then Carter Chadwick, who sustained an injury in game 1, remains out, and Evan Krell will also be scratched tonight for the Maroons, as Matthew Crawford returns from his suspension, had 2 assists in game number 1. Right now, we'll leave it to the arena announcer here in Chatham for the opening ceremonies and the national anthem.
The starting goaltender tonight for the St. Thomas Stars, #1, Dylan Durno. And
It is time for Game 3 of Round 1 between the St. Thomas Stars and the Chatham Maroons. This will be an important matchup and an important win for either team, as if St. Thomas can win, they'll get back in this series, cut the series lead to 1 game, and if the Chatham Maroons can win, they'll have a stranglehold 3-0 lead on Round 1. First seed Chatham Maroons, the Western Conference champions, the defending Sutherland Cup champions. St. Thomas, the 8th seed, squeaked in by 1 point over the Waterloo Siskins in a thrilling effort. Beat Waterloo in a probably the most important game of the regular season, near the end of the season. And that was the difference, and now they give themselves a chance for the upset, although they are down by 2 games, and we are underway. As Genov's going to collect the puck in his own zone. Got Legalic all over his back, but he'll get an outlet pass up to LaChance up the middle. LaChance drop pass for Lisi, trying to cut to the near side. Shot deflected up and out of play. And we'll get our first whistle of this game, just 19 seconds in. St. Thomas making it a tight battle. And game number 2 at the Joe took the Maroons to overtime. Came back from a 1-goal lead a few times in that game. And ultimately, it was a shot from Cienko on the point right at the blue line. That was the overtime winner. Chatham outshot the Stars 12-5 in the overtime frame. As Lisa gets dragged down just outside of the Stars' blue line, trying to cut in. And that will be whistled down, and the Stars are heading to the penalty kill. In this series, that's now 9 power plays for the Maroons. The Stars have had 5. Game 1 here at the Chatham Memorial. Chatham had 4 power plays. St. Thomas had 1. Chatham's power play 25% in the postseason in the 2 games. Went 2 for 8 so far. As Genov will take it back to the blue line off a Chatham Maroons face-off win. McChesney to the near side. He'll send it back across far side. Richter whips it to the front of the goal, and it's tipped up and out of play. LaChance was looking for it on the near side post. The Stars defenders get their sticks in the path. Face-off back in the near side. Ilchishin against LaChance, and Cooper Ilchishin will win it to the corner. Run around the far side, but McChesney's going to keep it inside the line. Pass to the middle to Genov. Now to Richter on the near side. Top of the face-off dot. Tipped in front by LaChance. Durno's down and out. Wrap around far side. Shot misses wide. Richter had a wide open net with Durno down and out, but he missed the target. Genov now skates to the far circle. His shot tipped wide on the near side, and the Stars will find the loose puck and clear it down the ice. Chatham trying to take the first goal of this game on the power play. Came close. Now they'll try again up the far side. Burke in across the blue line. Into the far corner, will hand it off. Pass back to the blue line to Lisi. Lisi over to Cienko on the near boards. Back for Lisi up top. Now down low. Priddle beside the goal. Can't handle the pass, but does get it out to Cienko as Lawson was coming in at him. Now Priddle, another shot. This time a sharp angle one across the goal line. That's stopped by Durno. Chatham will keep the control in the offensive zone though. Hayden Doyle on the far side. Will whip it down low. Now skating up top is Burt. Passes near side. Cienko's shot deflected up and out of play on the way to the goal. Of course, Cienko with a big overtime clapper in game 2. An 11-minute mark. Finally beat Camputaro, who was standing on his head in the overtime frame up until that point. Another offensive zone draw win for the Maroons. Cienko pass to the far side to Lisi. Lisi skates back up top along the blue line to the near boards. He'll stop up. Saucer pass back to the far side to Doyle. Doyle at the top of the face-off circle. He'll think about a pass. Now he whips one behind the net to Burke. Hard to handle, and then the pass back to the blue line gets past Doyle and down the ice. 10 seconds left on this Chatham power play. As they rush up the ice, it's Aiden Doyle. Up the middle, Sutherland will come out of the box. Now Doyle in the corner, backhand pass out in front, shot wide. Sienko winds one up, but didn't connect with the puck. Now rung around the near boards. Max Monick tries to chase it down. Priddle gets there first and will carry it back into his own zone. In behind the goal, the Chatham Maroons trying to set up an exit down the ice. They're actually completing a line change as well. Stalling up, and now they head out from their own zone. Errant pass to Edwards on the near side, gives it away. Jimmy Sutherland in the corner. Trying to get himself some room, he'll pass back. A shot from the boards by Doyle, that's stopped by DeBlassie. On the near sides, a loose puck sent out in front, shot by Savage, and a big save made by DeBlassie. Savage let it go from between the hash marks, but a big glove save as DeBlassie sticks it out and grabs it. Caught it clean, too. But a great look for Rory Savage. The Stars a successful penalty kill to start off the game. Back to 5-on-5. Wyatt Cameron will set up for an offensive zone draw on the far side against Aitken. Cameron wins it. Back to Savage. Savage lets one go through traffic. Rebounds loose in front. Shot from Ty Lawson, but a save made again by Samuel DeBlassie. Sam DeBlassie made a bunch of great saves in game number 2 as well. St. Thomas almost tying it in regulation, or taking the lead, pardon me, in regulation after tying it. And Sam DeBlassie, a Saginaw Spirit draft pick in 2023, standing tall. His team is going to lean on him heavily in this playoff run. You can bet on that. They did so in the regular season, playing 34 games for his team. Shot from way outside by Aiden Doyle is stopped by Durnall as the rebound deflects to the far side. Bouncing puck collected by Ty Lawson. Lawson backhands it in. Deep behind the goal, the Stars go for a line change. And now the Maroons will head up the ice. Aiden Doyle straight up the middle again. Now he'll dump it into the far corner. Pass out in front, and a bouncing puck goes straight through the face of the goal to the near side. Nobody could find it in front. Chase Pettipies, shot from the boards, and that's well high and wide. Up over the glass it goes. That one going off a stick will force the face-off inside the zone of Chatham. Chase Pettipies with a beautiful tip-in goal in game 2 at home. Catch a good highlight package on the St. Thomas Stars YouTube page. All the Stars goals from game 2. Trevor Zanudo trying to work his way around the defense at the Stars blue line. Can't do so. Stars will clear it back out to neutral ice. Bohoviak chops it up the far wall, but the Maroons grab it back in the neutral zone. Pass over to Priddle on the near side. He'll whip it across and take a big hit from Pettipies. He throws Priddle down, and the Stars steal the puck on the far side. Pushing forward, pass in front. George Matzos, and a big pad save by DeBlassie keeps that out. And it'll just get cleared past the blue line. Moody will dump it in, but the Stars have to check back on side. And we'll also go for a change as the Maroons park up behind their goal and go for a change as well. Out from behind his own goal, Kucher to the near side to Edwards. That pass didn't work. It'll go back into the Chatham zone. Now they flick it high through the neutral zone. Far side, Victor Moody will collect. Across to Rowan Reed. Reed pass ahead to Monick. He'll tip it into the zone. Miles Dunn picks it up. Shot just wide on the blocker's side. Tried to go far post. Rebound exits the zone. Another long pass at the blue line didn't work. And the Maroons are going to chase it back into the far corner. Passing it up the ice. Edwards up the near side. Tries to look for a shooting lane. Shot on, but Dylan Durno sticks out the mitt. As he saw that one coming at him all the way. No traffic in front. Quick shot after crossing the blue line. Face-off will be on the near side. 5:45 played. And this first period tied 0-0. Chatham with a 2-0 lead on the series. Trying to make it 3 here at home. Face off one back to Dockstader. Now far side, Genov takes a shot through traffic. That hits one of the many bodies in front. Rebound heads into the near corner. Another pass out in front to the near side. Shot from Crawford is stopped by Durno. Crawford back in the lineup after serving a suspension from game 1. Also got 2 assists in game 1 along with that suspension. He's a much welcome re-addition, and a shot from the blue line from Genov. Easily found again by the glove of Dylan Durno, who hangs on for another whistle. And now we got another couple discussions happening as Edwards and Alex Smith meet just to the right of Dylan Durno, exchange a couple shoves. Game 2 not quite as rough as game number 1 here in Chatham. First game, you could tell the physical tone was set early, and they carried it through the whole stretch. Not as much of that in game 2. Face off in the St. Thomas zone. One back behind the goal line. Skinner trying to steal the puck, can't do so. Pass to the near side, Dunn into the offensive zone. Shot saved by DeBlassie. Again, Miles Dunn looking to that far post. Now a counterattack. Skinner tries a shot, and that's off the stick of Captain Owen Gray and up and out of play. Captain Owen Gray, born in 2006. Next year will be his senior year in junior hockey. I'd love to see him back with the St. Thomas Stars for his final year as a 20-year-old. Off the far side, Burke, pass to the near boards to Harding, way behind the play. We've got a delayed penalty called as Aitken was picking up his sticks, and the penalty is going to go against St. Thomas. And now they will touch it up just outside their blue line. So Chatham back to the power play. As it's going to be Rory Savage who's going to get the gate. So Chatham 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. They'll get another chance as a slashing call is made. St. Thomas is going to have to kill off another one here. Face off one back to Genov. Chatham Maroons offensive zone win again. Near corner. Poke checked off of the stick of LaChance by Moody. LaChance gets his own rebound off the poke. And back to Genov. Shot through traffic. Pad saved by Durno. Rebounds collected by Edmondson and sent down the ice. Right into the path of DeBlassie, who makes a stop. He'll hand it off to his defense to head forward. Genov up the far side again. Trying to zoom around the defenders. Sharp angle shot on the far side. Durno stops that too. This time finding the rebound and hopping on top of it. Boris Genov, one of the few Chatham Maroons that aren't from Ontario. He's from Northville, Michigan. The other American, Samuel DeBlassie, and then the Finn, the backup goaltender, Viljami Kukala. Face-off win by St. Thomas in their own zone. Miles Dunn will clear that the length of the ice. Genov up the middle. He'll pass back to McChesney, who was trailing behind him. On the far side, LaChance will bring it hard around the net. Durno comes out to stop up the puck. Pass out in front off a turnover. No white jerseys there for the Maroons. The Maroons in white tonight. The Stars in their retro green jerseys. Shot from the point by Richter. Tipped in front. Scores! Trevor Zanuto finds the loose puck sitting in the paint and tucks it into the empty net behind Dylan Durno, who made the initial stop, but the puck squeaks through. That'll be Zanuto's second goal of the playoffs, his third point. Trevor Zanuto, the leading goal scorer in the league in the regular season. Also 12th in the league for points in the 50-game stretch. But the Stars down by 1 now. about 8 minutes into this first period. In the Chatham zone, almost a turnover, but Jimenez recovers. Pass to the near side to Edwards. Edwards tries to shovel it up the near wall in the St. Thomas zone. It does get there. Pass beside the net, off the net. Wraparound attempt on the far side is stopped by Durnall. Crawford trying to tuck it in. Across the blue line to the near boards. Doyle bounce off the end boards and right in front of the goal again. Durnall pokes it away. Couple good looks or good spots for the puck to be in, but no Maroons there to capitalize this time. Up the near side, Edmondson. It's stopped up by Doyle in the neutral zone, who passes ahead to Edwards. Edwards tries to toe drag around Josh Doyle. Doyle, nice clean steal behind his net, but his outlet pass is picked off by Aiden Doyle. Aiden Doyle will carry it back into his own zone. Pass up to Lacey. Lacey in across the blue line, trying to weave through a few Stars. Does get it behind the net, looking for a pass out in front. He'll carry it all the way around the zone. To the near side, pass back to the far circle. Finds LaChance, trying to stop up Deke, and will turn it over. Ahead come the Stars. Sutherland on the far boards. Chases it behind the net. He's getting hounded by Genov. Sutherland trying to get it out in front of the goal. Legalic will pick up the loose puck. Legalic shot in front, scores! Alex Smith right on the doorstep. Legalic sent it to him. He stopped it with the body. It popped up and he bats it in. Smith tying it up. And that was a goal that looked like one of his dad's. Ryan Smith, known for scoring on the doorstep. Those gritty, dirty goals. The shades of that on that play. The Stars battle back and tie it up. The referees have a issue with the shot clock right now, or the time clock, pardon me. There is no shot clock here. So they're deliberating with the timekeepers. But that'll be Alex Smith's first goal of the playoffs. He's got 3 assists to go along with that. So now sitting on 4 points. Did also score 6 points in 8 games in the regular season after joining the Stars late in the season to try and bolster some of those injury holes that they were dealing with. Still are dealing with. They kind of continue to rack up, too, due to those injuries. Of course, Cade Kinnear and Stuckey out for the season. That was announced a while back. But right now, Braxton Mullins and Reed Crossman both out of the lineup. They're a little bit banged up. I'm told they're day-to-day for the moment. The Stars can ill afford to lose any more members of this team. They've already had to call up an affiliate player in Josh Doyle, who has played well on defense. The Elmer Spitfire joined the team after his team was eliminated in the GOHL Playoffs. And now we've got the clock all corrected on the face-off. Zanuto almost blasting away, catching everyone sleeping, but a nice defensive recovery by St. Thomas. They'll steal the puck. Legalic, a drop pass for Alex Smith. Returns it to Legalic on the outside behind the net. Legalic's going to take a big hit from Kucher. Sent out across the face of the goal again by Sutherland with a nice forechecking play here. Sutherland steals it on the far boards. Hands off to Owen Gray. Another drop pass. This time Alex Smith looking for a shooting lane. Shot on. Stopped by DeBlassie. Catches that one in the mask. And then corrals the rebound into his chest. Testing out the durability of that mask. So face-off will be on the near side. Just approaching the 9-minute mark in this first period. Tied 1-1. Goals from Zanuto for the Maroons and Alex Smith for St. Thomas. Chatham will dump it in behind the goal of St. Thomas. Pass out in front, looking for Aitken. Trying to collect a loose puck that's bouncing through some skates. He does get it to Burke in the corner. Burke will shovel it back in the corner after coming back towards the blue line. Now behind the goal line, Aitken will get pressed up against the boards. Trying to hand it off to a teammate, but they'll turn it over with a nice board play by Wyatt Cameron in his own zone. Ty Lawson will chip it in behind the goal line. He's trying to center it, but it went off a stick. Now Miles Dunn back to the blue line. Vahoviak shot through traffic. That hits a body and will smack off the glass in the corner. Miles Dunn makes a move to center. Pad save by DeBlassie on a good backhand by Dunn. Now we'll try a shot from the boards. That's stopped as well. This time by the blocker of DeBlassie. Miles Dunn, the top scorer for St. Thomas in the regular season. Trying to get himself going in the playoffs here. He does have 1 assist in the first 2 games. And the puck is ruled out of play, I believe, behind the net. So we're going to get another face-off inside the Chatham zone. Stars will complete a line change. Out comes the Sutherland, Smith, and Legalic line. It's looked great tonight. They got the 1 goal for St. Thomas. And Smith wins the draw, but the referees are going to blow it dead right away. And look for a redo. Have a chat with Burke, who's going to get tossed. It's actually a break for the Maroons, who lost the draw, but now they'll get a second chance and win it. Trying to clear it up the far boards, but it's kept in at the blue line. In the corner, Legalic trying to get it to a teammate, but it's picked off by Kucher. Or pardon me, Cienko. Cienko turns it over behind his goal. Shot from a sharp angle by Smith, who turned and fired it. Now on the near side, Legalic. He'll skate out to the blue line himself. Shot through traffic off a leg to the far boards. Chatham trying to scramble it out up the wall. They can't get past Smith, who came back at the blue line, kept it in. Vahoviak now collects the puck. Off a couple bounces, he'll send it to the near corner. Cienko trying to play it on the perimeter to Aitken on the far side. Now Aiden Doyle will grab it, as that took another weird bounce in the zone. Doyle trying to weave away from a couple. He'll turn it over in the corner. Sutherland with a nice play. Stealing the puck. Wraparound pass. And Smith shot it just wide. Not sure if DeBlassie caught a piece of it, but it stays out. As Smith looking for his second of the game. Near side, Aitken chops it up the wall to Edwards, and that'll go up into the Chatham bench for a stoppage in play. Referees are going to decide where it goes, and that'll be inside the Chatham zone for the draw. An offensive zone draw, 8:44 left in the first period, tied 1-1. Cooper Chishin up against Crawford on the faceoff. Crawford wins it back to his defense after a bit of a tie-up. Now pass to the near boards, off of them, and ahead in front of Dylan Durno. Edwards was trying to get there, but it's poked away. They'll steal it back. Pass out to the point. Jimenez trying to get a shot off, but he's all tied up in the slot. Now a shot from the blue line by Dockstader gets through, but straight into the glove of Dylan Durno, who makes the catch. Holds on for a whistle in his own zone. Dylan Durno finishing the regular season 8th overall in rookie save percentage after a tremendous rookie year. Also 14th league-wide, rookies or otherwise, for save percentage. And now in the neutral zone, we've got a delayed penalty as Cooper Ilchishin is tripped up. And Ilchishin draws a cross-check, looks like the call was. So that's why he went down, and Dockstader is going to get the gate. Stars head to the power play. They're 1 for 5 on this playoff series so far. Those power plays have been hard to come by for them. Get their first chance of the game right now, and a chance to take the lead. Face-off won by Alex Smith. Back to Dunn. Dunn switches to Savage on the far side. Now down low. Wyatt Cameron in behind the goal line. Gets dragged down by Kucher in the corner. Puck pops out to Dunn at the blue line. The Stars keep it in. Hello on Legalic. Looking for a lane. He'll skate to the near side. Now back down low to Ty Lawson. Back outside. Legalic. Smith up the middle. He'll drop it off for Legalic, skating to the far side. He'll stop up in the middle. Shot through traffic. Loose puck in front. And Lawson's going to shoot that wide on the near side. Blassie scrambling in front, and now the Maroons will find that loose puck and send it down the ice. Winning themselves a line change as well on the penalty kill. Mello on Legalic from his own zone. Pass up to the blue line, gets past Ty Lawson, and that'll be an icing call, as Lawson was trying to tip that into the zone to chase it down for St. Thomas. Face off in their own zone. 1:07 left on the power play for the Stars. Tied 1-1, 7:20 left in the first period. Face off in the Stars zone, won by the Maroons, who will take it out to the neutral ice and then send it right back in on a dump in. Killing off the last minute of this penalty. Miles Dunn up the near boards to Alex Smith. Trying to send it up the near wall. Doyle stops that for the Maroons. And now the puck sent back into the Stars zone. They'll have to re-exit. Up the near side, Elo on Legalic. And across the blue line, Legalic throws one towards the net. It's wide on the near side, but off the boards, the Stars will collect. Alex Smith passes down low. A return pass in front, but didn't get all of it. As Ty Lawson tried to send that back out to Smith, driving the net, but it hops off the blade of his stick. Miles Dunn from behind his own goal up the near side. Just about 10 seconds left on this Stars power play. Aitken's going to strip it in the neutral zone, carry it back into his own zone, and now send it down the ice with the seconds ticking down on the Stars power play. Edwards trying to steal it after the dump in. The Stars will manage to get it up to the near wall, but only to the blue line. Kucher steals it, shot on, stopped by Durno, and cleared away from the face of the net. Back to Kucher again, takes a shot, tipped in front. Durno made his save, and I don't know how he saw that on the redirect, but he got the mid in front. Rebound still loose, and Chatham will collect a sharp angle shot from Zanuto. Or pardon me, McChesney letting it go. That's stopped by Durno as well. On the far side, Sutherland up the boards, tries to shovel it out in front. McChesney steals it again, and a move made by Priddle in front of the goal, but he couldn't tuck it in on the backhand. On the near post, he was straight through the crease. Another turnover up the wall, but now a friendly bounce onto the stick of Sutherland. Sutherland up the near side into the Chatham zone, but he's outnumbered by 3 Maroons. Up the near side, Zanuto trying to get it out to a teammate at the blue line, his own blue line. Now Zanuto will pick up the loose puck himself and head forward. Zanuto shot over the crossbar, behind the net off the boards. Rebound collected by Vahoviak, pushing ahead. Sends it up for Ilchishin. Ilchishin ties it up his man. Vahoviak takes a shot, and that's stopped by DeBlassie. Now on the near side, LaChance up the middle into the offensive zone, being watched by Vahoviak. Ilchishin helps him out and steals the puck, while Vahoviak was tying up his man. On the near side into the neutral zone, Ilchishin now will carry it in, trying to make a deke past the 2 Maroons defenders, but the puck ran away from his stick and into the path of DeBlassie, who covers up. Face off in the Chatham zone with 4:33 left in the first. Tied 1-1 in game 3. Ilchishin against LaChance on this face-off on the near side. LaChance wins it back to the corner for the Maroons. On the near side, they're trying to get it up the wall, but the Stars will manage to keep it in for now. Monick battling along the boards on the near side. Loose puck pops back to the blue line. Rowan Reed over to Moody. He'll fire it back in deep. Around the boards, back to the near side to Rowan Reed. Reed trying to get it ahead, but LaChance with a steal in his own zone. LaChance, backhand up the far wall. Moody takes a chop at it, gets it to neutral ice, and then Richter takes a whack at it that'll send it all the way back into his own zone. Miles Dunn collects possession in the neutral zone. Rory Savage trying to poke it ahead, turned it over to Skinner, and Skinner will turn it right back over to Miles Dunn. In the St. Thomas zone, pass to the far side. Wyatt Cameron waiting for some help along the far wall, finally gets some on the near boards, but the pass couldn't be completed to Miles Dunn coming in. Carter Kuchar up the far side. Kuchar getting a goal in game number 2. Didn't score all season as a misplay on the far side by Durno. Puck hopped over his stick. Thankfully for him, there were no Maroons nearby. Dumped back into the near corner of the St. Thomas Stars zone. Josh Doyle trying to wrestle it up the near wall. Gets as far as the blue line, but a shot by Aiden Doyle, stopped by Durno. Poking the rebound to the near corner. Another wall battle on the near side. Pops out to Aitken, takes a shot, blocked in front. Puck sitting there, and Doyle clears it aside. Savage trying to work it up the near wall. He will send it up to Miles Dunn. Dunn across the blue line, stops up along the boards. He'll ring it around to the corner, looking for Cameron, but a nice defensive play by Sienko to steal it. And the outlet pass up the ice will end up on the sticks of the Stars. In the far corner, Ty Lawson dragged down. Puck stolen. And away comes Edwards up the near side. Edwards in across the blue line. Drop pass for Jimenez. Shot in front and tipped on, but a huge save made by Durno. Another highlight reel for the Owen Sound attack prospect, as the pass whipped out in front of the goal and tipped right on. Durno coming up big. 2:08 left in the first. Tied 1-1. Face-off inside the Stars zone, won by the Maroons. Back to the blue line. Genov trying to send it ahead, but Alex Smith with a steal. Smith, he'll backhand it in behind the goal line, trying to chase it down. Dockstader picks it up and will now pass it off to his defensive partner, Genov. Up the ice comes McChesney. And across the blue line, drops it off for Zanudo. Shot near side, stopped by Durno. Zanudo looking for another one. Now Priddle on the far side, trying to fight for the rebound. Send it back out to the blue line. Genov, another shot attempt. That one well wide off the near corner wall. And now away comes Eloan Legalic for St. Thomas. On the near boards, Sutherland trying to return it back to him, but Legalic tied up. McChesney into the offensive zone, handing off to Priddle. Shot off the side of the goal and cleared up to the neutral zone by St. Thomas. A bunch of these fans thought that was in because it smacked off the side mesh. Depending on the angle you had, it'll look like it was in. LaChance in across the blue line again. This time the loose puck whacked away by George Matsos. Kuchar back for Harding at their own blue line. Now up the far side, Harding's going to ring it hard around the boards. LaChance collecting on the near side corner. Matsos chops it to the outside again. Kuchar trying to get around Pettipice with a move on the near side wall. A heavy battle for it will end up on the stick of Matsos, trying to get a clear out to neutral ice. Pettipice will help it get there. But again, the Maroons will send it back into the St. Thomas end. Just over 20 seconds left as Lisi steals it in the offensive zone in the corner, but he takes a spill. And now Rowan Reed the other way. He gets shoved off the puck as he tried to push forward. And now just 10 seconds left. Kuchar's going to park up behind his net. Maybe looking for one outlet pass. No, he'll just dump it in. George Matsos taking a shot at the buzzer as LaChance bumped into him, and Pettipice getting into it with Harding on the other side. But that will signal an end to the first period. We'll have to see if anything amounts from that. It looked like Matsos got hit right at the buzzer. Didn't have the puck anywhere near him. We'll see if the referees, I do see referee Mail talking with the referees, or pardon me, the timekeepers on the far side. So that shot from LaChance might actually end up in a penalty at the intermission mark. We'll see what hits the board. But after the first 20 minutes, we're all tied 1-1 as this continues to be a tight series despite the Maroons holding on to a 2-0 lead in the game series. But every game has been tight. 2-goal game in game 1, overtime game in game 2, and a tied game after 1 here tonight in Chatham. Live on the St. Thomas Stars audio live stream. I'm Phil Pimentel. We'll take a quick break for our first intermission, get the ice cleaned up, and be back for the second in just a bit. Welcome back to the St. Thomas Stars audio live stream on the St. Thomas Stars YouTube channel. After one period of play, the St. Thomas Stars are tied 1-1 with the Chatham Maroons in Game 3. Continues to be another tight game. Every game has been tight, but the Chatham Maroons holding a 2-0 series lead coming into this one. Trying to make it a 3-0 stranglehold on the series. Two other games going on in the league tonight in the playoffs. In round 1 of the GOHL, the Air Centennials are up 2-1 over the St. Catharines Falcons. They are putting up a big fight against St. Catharines. A lot of people had them counted out for a sweep in that series. But they won one game already, and they took the last one to overtime. Right now, they're up by 1 at the start of the second. And the Cambridge Redhawks have just made it 2-0 against the Caledonia Corvairs. Just about at the 10-minute mark of the first. They are up 3-0 in the series, so a win tonight would clinch their spot into the second round. The Eastern Conference champions for this season, the league champions for the regular season, the Cambridge Redhawks. So here in Chatham, Ontario, 1-1 after 1. And the scoring summary so far, Trevor Zanuto getting his second of the playoffs on the power play, assisted by Dylan Richter and Ewan McChesney at 7:59 of the first. And then just over a minute later, Alex Smith getting his first goal of the playoffs, his 4th point, assisted by Legalick and Josh Doyle at 8:24. So Josh Doyle getting his second assist of the postseason. The affiliate call-up has been playing great on defense. And Elowan Legalick continues to be hot. 4 points in the first 2 games, and another one here tonight. He also enjoyed some great success against the Maroons in the regular season with 6 points in the 4 games played. 3 goals, 3 assists. As the teams hit the ice from the locker rooms and get ready to go here for the second period. Tied 1-1 in Game 3 of the GOHL Playoffs, Round 1. Chase Pettipies and Josh Harding are going to enter the box to serve coincidental minors to start this thing, as there was a bit of a ruckus after the buzzer of the first. So we will start this period 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And the referee drops the puck, and we are underway for the second frame. Dylan Richter on the near side tries a quick shot from the wall. That goes over the blocker and over the net as well on the far side. Rebound dumped back in as Chatham gets possession back in the offensive zone. Genoff whips it out in front of the goal again. That's poked away by Owen Gray, who reaches out with the stick. Now the Stars come up the ice on the near side. Legalick trying to chop the puck around Genoff and get around him, but the Maroons will collect. Near side, LaChance feathers a pass to Richter in front, trying to drive the net, but a nice poke check by Rowan Reed that time. Just outside of the crease on the near side. Gets it away from danger. The Maroons send it back out in front again. Richter fires a shot off the end wall. Bounce back out in front. It's chopped away by the Stars defense once more. Now Rowan Reed with it. Clean possession on the right wing. He'll push forward into the zone. Tries a sharp angle shot. Rebound popped out for a second. But DeBlassie collects it real quick. And hangs on for the whistle. 59 seconds left on this 4-on-4 to start the second period. Wyatt Cameron against Ewan McChesney on the face-off on the far side, and Cameron's going to get tossed out as the referee, or the linesman Matthew on the near side, calls him away. So Miles Dunn steps in for the draw. Centers tie up, and the Maroons will collect the puck. Up the near side, Cienko drops back to Kucher on the back end. He'll head up through the neutral zone into the offensive zone on the far wing. Kucher, back pass to McChesney at the blue line, but it was too far away from him, and will head all the way back into the Chatham zone. McChesney picks it up from his own end. McChesney skates up the middle and across the blue line, trying to make a move around his defender, and the puck glides into Dylan Durno. He will cover up, get a face off in his own zone. Another couple of discussions happening behind the net after the play. Referees break it up quick. Face-off will be on the near side inside the St. Thomas Stars zone. 23 seconds left now on the 4-on-4. Began this period. Stars win the draw in their own zone. Pass to Savage, far side, Miles Dunn. Across the red line, looking for a long stretch pass across the ice to the near side. That's picked off by the Maroons defense. Cameron turns on a forecheck, created a bit of trouble behind the goal line, but away comes Genov for the Maroons. Pass to Lisi on the far side. Tries a toe drag move, bumps into Bezzetta and loses the puck. Near side. Maroons trying to get it back to the blue line. Wyatt Cameron will pick it off. Makes a move through neutral ice. Puck runs away from him after he got his stick lifted. Now Lisi tries to head the other way. That's poked away by Miles Dunn. Genov with it in his own zone. Genov passes back behind his net. A heavy collision in the near corner as Pettipies took his man down. No penalty on the play, and the crowd is irate. But it's a clean hit on the boards as Genov's slow to get up. Felt all of that on the far side. The Maroons will dump it in. Bohoviak tries to get it out up the near wall. Doyle strips it and takes a shot in front. Saved by Durno. He's had a couple Maroons looking in front of him for a tip. Riddle in the far corner. A chance. Puck hops off the blade of his stick and is cleared down the ice by the Stars. Aiden Doyle will collect for the Maroons. Heads up the left wing and will dump it in and chase it himself in behind the goal. Bohoviak picks it up. Tries to get an outlet pass up the middle. That's off a skate. Second attempt up the near wall will get up the boards. Cleared down the ice by the Maroons, and that time that will be an icing call against them. So we'll head back in front of Sam DeBlassie for the face-off. 16:35 left in the second period. Still tied 1-1. Both goals scored in the first. Trevor Zanuto, the goal scorer for the Maroons, and Alex Smith for the St. Thomas Stars, who tied it up. Face off on the far circle. Will be sent to the corner. Max Monick hunts down possession. Sends it back to Doyle. Back from Monick up the wall. He'll send it out to Gray at the blue line. Shot, rebound off the pads. Hopped over the stick of Monick, who was right in the slot looking for it. Cooper Ilchishin trying to weave behind the net. He'll make a nice pass out to Gray at the blue line. Far side, Doyle a shot. Rebounds off a skate in front, and on the near side, a shot attempt by Ilchishin gets stopped by a body. And another icing call is going to go against the Maroons as the Stars trying to create some pressure here and perhaps capitalize on a tired line here. A couple icings in a row. The Chatham bench trying to chat with the referee about something. If anything, maybe just trying to buy a few seconds for his boys to breathe. Face-off one inside the Chatham zone. Clear attempt stopped by Wyatt Cameron. Blind pass up the middle. Almost found a target, but the Maroons defense will carry it away. Far side, another turnover by Chatham. Miles Dunn up to Lawson. Now Cameron in the zone. Curls and a shot off a stick of Cienko. Off the boards. Rowan Reed will dump it back in deep. Bouncing puck in front of DeBlassie. He'll steer it to the near side. In the corner. The Maroons pass to open ice, and Doyle is there. He'll collect the puck. Aiden Doyle on the far side fires it hard into the near corner. Chatham goes for their line change, and the Stars head up the ice trying to catch him a bit. Nice move on the far side. Miles Dunn, but he just ran out of space as Kuchar took him out of the play with the body. And on the near side, Rowan Reed. Pardon me, Miles Dunn. Alex Lisi strips it, takes a shot from the middle of the zone, and a save made by Durno with a glove. As Lisi got a steal out of nowhere on the near wall and had some room to work with. And Dylan Durno comes up big with the mitt. Still tied 1-1. That'll win a face-off inside the Stars zone. And the face-off won by Chatham, but it'll split the defense and head all the way back into their own zone. From behind their net comes Carter Kuchar. Up the near side to Harding. Puck runs away from him, and in behind the net, Journo stops it up for Bezzetta. Bezzetta pass up to Alex Smith. Smith up the near wall. Harding steals it just outside the blue line. A loose puck passed ahead by the Stars, but it's picked back up by Harding. Not for very long, though. Vahoviak dumps it hard around the boards. Far side. Legalic gets it to the corner, receives a return pass. Legalic with the puck, shot on goal, and a big collision in front of Sam DeBlassie as a Stars player goes crashing into him as he was looking for the tip in front off the Legalic shot. Looks like it was Alex Smith on the doorstep looking for the redirect, but just bumped into DeBlassie. They both go down. And the referees are going to take away Vahoviak from the scrum. A little confused about it. Now he'll go. He's telling the referees, I'm a defenseman. I was not in front of the goal. So now they'll get the right man. And Alex Smith is going to get to the box to serve a goaltender interference penalty, no doubt. Chatham on the power play, a chance to take the lead back. Stars, another penalty killing job to do. Chatham 1 for 2 in the first period. As they have it on the outside, Cienko. Pass to the near boards to Alexander Lisi. Lisi whips it down low. Now back outside Aiden Doyle, a shot, blocker save made by Durno. Rebound. Couldn't get cleared, and the Maroons regain possession. Lisi skates up the middle. He'll switch back to Doyle on the near boards. Doyle looks beside the net, has a man all alone, and Durno will get the whistle. Looked like he wanted to play the puck out himself, but a whistle blown, and another face-off inside the St. Thomas end. With Chatham on the power play. McChesney up against Ty Lawson on the draw on the near face-off dot. Face-off's one to the corner, and the Maroons will get it back to Genov at the blue line. A shot stopped by Durno. He snags that one out of the air. Genov letting that go about 2 feet away from the outside of the near face-off dot. Durno just snapping it up with the mitt. second face-off on the near side. One up to the wall again, and now back to Genov at the blue line. Genov, pass to the far side, Richter. Get it down low. Zanuto to the near side of McChesney. McChesney skates across the blue line to the far side. Pass back for Richter. Whips it in front. Big save by Durno on a redirection by Zanuto. Loose puck in front. Scores! And Durno is having a word with the officials as he's not happy about the play in front of him. He's still pleading. It was a scramble play. Durno made a couple big stops. Might have had some contact on him in that scrum, but on the doorstep, it was Trevor Zanuto, I believe, who got the final touch on it. We'll have to double check that once that hits the score sheet. But that'll be a power play goal for Chatham. They're 2 for 3 now. Actually left the remaining time on the clock, but there are 5 skaters out there for St. Thomas. So another uphill battle commences for the Stars. On the far side, Crawford will dump it in on the near corner. A rebound off the boards. Jimenez fires that well wide on the far post. Dumped in again by the Maroons. On the near side, Kucher at the blue line. Gets it up the wall to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to send it out in front of the goal. Aitken's going to have to chase it into the far corner. And a wrestling match with Owen Gray. Loose puck poked away from the net by Durno. Up the wall it'll go after the Stars clear it down. And they'll get a line change out of it. On the far side, Aitken steals it inside the Star zone. He'll backhand it softly into the far corner. Crawford tied up along the boards. Burke trying to work it out of the scrum. He does. Gets it back to Doyle. Shot far side. Edwards trying to tip that on net. Didn't get enough of it. Now a pass from the far side by Edwards goes across the zone to the near boards. In the near corner, another pass out in front of the goal, this time intercepted by the Stars defense. Bozzetta with it. And he'll send a pass up to his own blue line, but it gets past Pettipies onto the stick of Kucher. He re-enters up the near boards. Kucher will leave it along the boards for Edwards and check back on defense. He'll actually go for a line change. And behind the net, Burke skates to the outside. Pass to the far boards. Shot through traffic. Stopped by Pettipies. And the Maroons fight back for the loose puck again. Burke stripped that time. Pettipies will carry it away up the right wing. And he's going to dump it in. He's tied up with Skinner as he goes to the bench. And behind the Chatham goal, Sienko. Trying to give himself a bit of room. The Stars are turning on the forecheck a bit here. As a long stretch pass by the Maroons down the ice will go against them for an icing call. 10:52 left in the second period. The Maroons have taken the lead 2-1 on another power play goal. Both their goals tonight coming on the man advantage. And that has been the difference so far. So it was actually Ian LaChance who got the final touch in front of the goal. Dylan Richter and Boris Genov will get the assists on that recent Chatham goal. So that'll be Ian LaChance's second of the playoffs. Match Trevor Zanuto. Face off on the far side, inside the Chatham zone. Smith wins it to the far boards, and the Stars will ring it around to the near side. Aiden Doyle will pick it up for Chatham. Trying to bank it off the boards and out. Legalic with a steal. Shot, blocker saved by DeBlasi. Loose puck in front. And now Sutherland will pick it up on the far side. Shot from Doyle from the point through traffic. Redirected wide in front by Legalic. The fans clamoring as Legalic bumped very softly into DeBlasi. But he went back quite a bit from it. I'll leave it at that. In LaChance. Up center ice. Puck poked off him by Legalic. And now Savage passes it ahead. Legalic in across the blue line, stripped by LaChance. LaChance the other way, a rush chance here for the Maroons, and a shot stopped by Durno on the far side. Don't think LaChance got all of that shot. Sutherland makes a move at the blue line, but he lost the puck. Left it behind. Now the Maroons will dump it in. Zanuto ties his man up, and Lisi will pick up the puck. Alex Lisi. Disturbed a little bit, regained possession, and will ring it around behind the net. Pass out in front off the side of the goal. Lisi fights it out to the blue line. Shot from Dockstetter, stopped by Durno. And a quick clear down the ice. Not too far for an icing, though, as Genov will pick it up. Pass ahead to Dockstetter. He's pushing forward again. Stop made by Durno. Got a little piece of it to send it wide. Riddle, his shot from distance is blocked in front on the way to the goal. And on the far side, Priddle will lose the puck to Wyatt Cameron. Cameron backhands it up the far wall. Dockstetter will send it around to the near boards. Chatham can't get it out. It's stopped up along the near wall in their own zone. Now the pass out to center is picked up by Zanuto and up the near wall. Owen Gray finds it in the neutral zone, fires it back hard and deep of the Chatham end. On the far side, a turnover and a nice defensive play by Genov, who had his stick parallel to the ice. Flush to block the pass from getting out in front of the goal. And now an an offside call against the Chatham Maroons as they tried to enter. That'll stop play up. 8:25 left in this second period. Chatham up 2-1. They're up 2-0 on the series, trying to make it 3. But every game has been close up to this point, and even through the regular series or season series between these two teams. Joey Bezzetta send it up the right wing wall. And now the Maroons defense will collect it. Harding floats it to the far corner for Kucher to chase down. Kucher gets there, sends a high pass through neutral ice, but it's on the sticks of the Stars defense now. Owen Gray couldn't get it out up the near wall. Pass out in front by Chatham, deflected away. Now a bank pass up the far side. Legala collects. Pass in front from Monic. Throws a shot on. Stopped by de Blasi, who finds that with the glove. Face off inside the Chatham zone. To our left, George Matsos will line up against Aiden Edwards. Edwards wins the draw back. Aiden Doyle pass up to Burke on the near boards. Burke trying to make a move around Moody, but big defenseman stops that from getting through. The Stars trying to scramble the way across the blue line. They do get it to the near corner, but the pass out front is stopped by Sienko. Off the far boards, it's picked up by Skinner. Skinner can't get around Alex Smith, who will fire that down the ice. And Sienko is going to wait to collect it, and it will be an icing call as the Stars bench appeals a little bit. Thought he could have got that in time, but slowed up just a little bit. And Genov is actually off the bench, going to be heading to the Chatham locker room on the far side, and he will be followed by trainer Eric Harvey. Not sure exactly what happened there with Genov, but he's going to be checked out by the trainers. Shot from the outside, blocked in front. Rebound being fought for in the far corner now. LaChance trying to get it out to a teammate, but the Stars get it out to the blue line, but not past it. Shot from distance, stopped in front by a body. A couple shot attempts by the Maroons that don't get through. And now Edmondson on the far side. His shot also blocked on the way to the goal. The Maroons on a counterattack now. Lisi near side, pass to LaChance. Nice defensive stick by Vahoviak, pokes it away from him. Shot from the point, and the hands up by Doyle. Caught Pettipiece in the face, and that will be a penalty against Aiden Doyle. And he's not happy about it. Chase Pettipies is. Power play for the St. Thomas Stars. After a high hit on Pettipies, Stars a chance to tie it up on the power play. Went 0 for 1 in the first period. This is their second attempt in the game. Overall on the series, they're 1 for 6. Pass to the far side, finds Miles Dunn. He'll ring it hard around the boards. Ty Lawson trying to get on the other end of it on the near side and set up this power play. Gets cleared out to the blue line, but kept in nicely by Alex Smith. Now whipped in front, Ty Lawson, big save by DeBlassie. Lawson right between the hash marks on the near side. Had a great look, but a beautiful blocker save made by Sam DeBlassie. Not for him, this thing would surely be tied. Eloan Legalic back into the zone, out to the blue line to Miles Dunn. Returns it for Legalic. They'll switch spots. Legalic up the middle to Smith on the far side. Pass near side. Another shot stopped by DeBlassie, who stretches out with the blocker to block Miles Dunn's attempt. Legalic trying to send it out in front of the goal. It's off a skate. He'll recollect and hand it off to Miles Dunn. Whips it back down low. Cameron outside. Rebounds loose. Save made by DeBlassie. Ty Lawson was on the doorstep. Had a hole on the near side. They're still trying to jam at it. And now the Maroons are going to bum rush Alex Smith, who was trying to poke for the loose puck. I think he knew what was coming. But Sam DeBlassie, the story of that sequence, as he made a few doozies to keep his team in front by 1. Referees have a few breaking ups to do. Crawford's going to get sent to the box, it looks like. Actually trying to get away from the referee. To stop him a couple times. Crawford's got to be careful. He was suspended in the first game. But he's going to get the penalty here, it looks like. The referees are having a discussion at center ice right now. Nothing new has hit the board yet. Still just the 41 seconds that remain on the Chatham board for a penalty. And the referees are going to open up the St. Thomas door, so away goes Alex Smith. And the crowd is certainly happy about that. So it looks like it'll be offsetting Miners. The result of that. And Crawford is trying to get the attention of Smith on the other side of the box. He's tapping the glass. Still trying to chat with him. Smith's completely ignoring him. Just hilarious. Crawford is all kinds of emotional about that play. If you're him, he's got to just kind of, at this point, put it behind you, be a goldfish. Forget about it. On the far side, Jimmy Sutherland. 30 seconds left on the power play. Shot off the side of the goal from the far side by George Matzos. Chatham scrambling for the rebound. They'll send it up the far boards. Owen Gray keeps it in. Send it back down low. George Matzos out to Sutherland. Returns it to Matzos along the far wall. Pass out to Owen Gray up the middle of the blue line. Now down low. Sutherland whips a shot on. Pad saved by DeBlassie. Sutherland gets taken down. And we're going to get a stoppage in play as Matzos touches up the puck. Not exactly certain what that stoppage was for. Don't see anybody heading to the box or anything. I think it's just a neutral ice face-off. Yeah, that one's a head scratcher for me. With the face-off outside of the Chatham blue line. Owen Gray tried to pass along the blue line. That's stripped, and then the Chatham pass through the neutral ice is taken away by Owen Gray. Gray tries to send a puck in front of the goal. It goes all the way into the far corner and now cleared out to neutral ice by Chatham. 4:20 left in this second period. Chatham up 2-1 in the game, 2-0 in the series. Centering pass by the Maroons, stolen again by Gray. Long stretch pass up the far side to Pettipies. He's a little bit too far ahead of him. Trying to continue the race, but now it's sent to Zanuto on the far side. Zanuto drop pass, shot from distance, off a body and wide. Now in the near corner. Stars will ring it around. Kept in by Kucher on the far side. His shot hits a body, and now it will exit the zone. Stars are going to start a line change as the Maroons have it in their own end. Harding. Pass up the far side to Zanuto. Dump an attempt, and it will be just offside against the Maroons. So a face-off in the neutral zone. .330 left. The Maroons trying to take this one-goal lead into the third period. The Stars trying to even it up before the end of the second frame. It's going to be dumped in at the Chatham end, and they'll try and collect behind their own zone. LaChance takes a shot into the boards, and it looks like Edmondson is going to be handed a boarding call. Some of these plays that are up along the boards in this playoff series, I think I would chalk down to just inexperience in the playoffs from these young players. When to let up and when to follow through. But also, there's been some good sell jobs on those as well. Either way, I would say. Face-off will be on the far side inside the St. Thomas zone. Chatham on the power play. For the fourth time in this game. We had 4 opportunities in game 1 and 2. 4 in 1 and 4 in 2, I should say. And they're 2 for 3 tonight. As a quick face-off win by the Stars, they'll clear it down the ice and shave off a few seconds here. The penalty kill out there right now for the Stars is Ty Lawson, Miles Dunn, and Joey Bezzetta, and Victor Moody on the back end. On the far side, the Maroons will send it into the zone. They've got LaChance, Priddle, and Zanuto out there. Richter. And on the far side, McChesney. I believe that's all forwards as well. Shot from distance, Richter, and a stop made by Dylan Durnall. Chatham Maroons putting all forwards out on the power play. The Stars did the same in game 2 at one point and paid off for them with a power play goal. Right now, Ian LaChance is going to get thrown out of the face-off dot. In comes Richter to take on Ty Lawson. Richter wins the draw. Now Priddle with it on the outside, on the near side. Shot from the face-off circle, and that's blocked by Vahoviak. Got all kinds of room to get in front of that. All kinds of time, I should say. Richter out at the blue line as the Maroons regain possession. Richter faces the shot. Now he whips one out across the face of the goal to the near side. Couldn't be redirected on, and the Stars will get possession and clear it down the ice, but it hits the scoreboard on the way, so the face-off will be inside the Stars zone. 51 seconds left on this Chatham power play. 2:05 left in the second. Chatham up 2-1. Near side face-off. Won by the Maroons to the wall. They'll send it out to Aiden Doyle. Doyle, pass to Lisi. Top of the near dot, and a shot blocked again by Vahoviak. Lisi off the rebound. Another shot and another block by Vahoviak. That's 3 blocks on this penalty kill alone. Doyle takes another shot, that time wide on the near side. They're looking for that redirect on the near side post. Sienko loses a handle on it at the blue line, and it will escape the zone. And the Maroons will have to check back in their own zone. Lisi pushes forward, loses the puck on his entry, and it's cleared down the ice by the Stars with under 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. The Maroons trying to rush up the ice for a quick advantage in the zone. Now Doyle, a feathered pass from the far side in front of the net. That's cleared away by the Stars defense. Back up to 5-on-5. Edmondson. Pass out to Rowan Reed. Reed, puck on left behind, and he's offside. He has to chase the puck back in the neutral zone. Will get there and send it back to Savage. Savage ahead to Cameron. It's off the back of his skate. Aitken picks up the puck. Backhand chance. Stopped by Durno as he stuck the blocker in to block the top corner. Battle along the boards on the near side. Puck will exit the Stars zone. Crawford back for Kuchar. Kuchar turns and fires it up the far wall. Can't get it very far though, and the Stars almost stole it. They will now as Cameron sends it behind the goal line. Crawford gets it to Kuchar. Kuchar takes a big hip check in behind the net as he was laid out by Edmondson. Got low on the big tall defenseman, and he took a big spill. In the St. Thomas zone now, 10 seconds left. From the corner, Crawford centers it in front, hops off the stick of Jimenez, who would have had a great look on goal. And the clock will tick down, and the buzzer goes for the end of the second period. The Chatham Maroons score the only goal of the second frame and take a 2-1 lead entering the third period. Again, they are up 2-0 on the series. A win tonight would make it 3-0. And a stranglehold that would force the Stars to have to win 4 in a row to win the series. So coaching staff, Jason Williams, Darren Williams, and Joe Doyle. Some work to do in the locker room as they have to battle back down by 1. Entering the third. And the coaching staff for the Maroons, Brennan Feasy, Brett Case, Scott Case, and Stephen Zakizi. Hopefully I'm saying that one right. Haven't met him yet. Are going to have to try and stay ahead to take the 3-0 series lead. We'll take a quick break while the ice is reset here during intermission for the third period. Live from the Chatham Memorial Arena in Chatham, Ontario on the St. Thomas Stars audio live stream. I'm Phil Pimentel, and we'll welcome back live from Chatham, Ontario on the St. Thomas Stars audio live stream on the St. Thomas Stars YouTube channel. As we have played 2 periods here at the Chatham Memorial, the Maroons up 2-1 after the 40 minutes. The scoring summary so far, Trevor Zanuto getting his second of the playoffs on the power play, assisted by Dylan Richter and Ewan McChesney at 7:59. The Stars came back quick at 8:24. Alex Smith getting his first goal of the playoffs, assisted by Eloan Legalic and Josh Doyle. And in the second period, the Chatham Maroons are the lone scorers at 6:54. Ian LaChance getting his second of the playoffs, assisted by Richter and Boris Genov on the power play as well. 2 power play goals for the Maroons has been the difference so far. Dylan Richter with a pair of assists on the game. He is so far the leading point scorer of the night. So the Stars down by a goal, heading into the final frame, trying to avoid going down 3-0 in the series in the first round of the GOHL Playoffs. As the shot totals so far for this game unofficially, the Chatham Maroons out shooting the Stars 28-25 after 2. In the first period, They outshot the Stars 17-14, and then the second period tied at 11 shots apiece. The Stars 0 for 2 on the power play. Chatham 2 for 4, as they have made the man advantage count tonight. So the boys will hit the ice, and your St. Thomas Stars are going to battle back. Down by a goal, they've erased a bunch of deficits in game 2. It's been back and forth all series. We'll see what happens here in the third period. The Stars have put up a great fight in the first 2 games against the against the Sutherland Cup champions, the defending Sutherland Cup champions, and the current Western Conference champions this season. But we get set for the third period, and the puck has dropped. Off the center ice draw, the Maroons will gain possession of a chance. Can't receive a pass in the neutral zone, though. Stars enter the offensive end. Legalic trying to drive the net. Got stick checked, and the puck steered away by de Blasi with a stick. Now, Lawan Legalic has been on fire of late, as he's got 5 points now in round 1 in 3 games. Also was on a good stretch to end off the regular season. Giveaway in front, shot by Richter, stopped by Durnall, and Richter's taken into the boards by Smith behind the net, as they struggled to slow down on his drive to the goal. But Durnall with another big save at the beginning of the third period here. As he's going to have to continue standing tall in that net, using that quickness that he loves to use. Tremendous goaltender to watch this season is Dylan Durnall. Likens his style to Dustin Wolf of the Calgary Flames. A giveaway in front. Zanuto couldn't get a shot off, as helping out was Rory Savage off the draw. Now another steal in front. McChesney couldn't get his shot off as he took a swing at it. Puck hops away now. Miles Dunn the other way. A shot over the glove side, but over the net and off the corner wall. Out to the neutral zone. A rush back the other way. River Hockey here. A shot, scores. It was actually a pass in front of the goal, and it goes off the stick of Joey Bozzetta. Trevor Zanuto is going to get the goal credit, his second of the game. It was a 2-on-1 rush. Zanuto was almost past the goal line on the far side, whipped the pass out in front of the goal to a man on the near side. Bozzetta trying to block the pass with his stick down. It goes off his stick and over Dylan Durnall's glove hand side. So 3-1 for the Maroons now after a quick goal here in the third. The Stars trying to battle to steal the puck in the offensive zone. As the goal's announced, Matsos, a shot from the far wall, tipped just wide. Cole Edmondson was on the doorstep trying to redirect. Carter Kuchar from the corner will backhand it ahead. Edwards up to Burke. Burke takes a big hit from Vahoviak at the blue line, and the puck sent back towards the Chatham defense. Sienko will exit his own zone. Edwards, he'll take a big hit by Ilchishin on the near side as he tries to enter the zone. Ilchishin receives a pass the other way, winds and fires, and a stop made by de Blasi. Puck comes to the near side. Josh Doyle pushes it ahead in the neutral zone. Burke will flick it high into the far corner. Owen Gray will stop up behind his own goal. Look for a way up the ice. Stars down by 2. 17:30 left in this third period. You've got to get the next goal and avoid going down by 3 here. in this game. Otherwise, there's a good chance they'll be down by 3 in the series. Far corner wall inside the Stars zone. Puck will be sent now to Owen Gray. Gray up the left wing to Miles Dunn. He'll switch to Cooper Olchishin, who's cutting up the middle, trying to redirect it, and the defenseman will send it to the corner for Chatham. Kept in by the Stars. Reed sends one in on goal. That's off a skate. Max Monick will collect it on the far side. Now a shot from Owen Gray. That's redirected by one of the bodies on the way to the goal. In behind the net, Max Monick trying to win that puck back along the boards. It gets sent to the far side, but Jimenez will grab it. Tries to pass to Crawford up the ice, but it gets away from him. The Maroons will go for a change as the Stars defense collect. Owen Gray up the left wing wall, trying to bank pass to Miles Dunn. That didn't work. Now it's Richter for the Maroons. Pass straight up the middle, gets away from Lacey as he was about a foot out of reach. Now Richter almost stole it back inside the St. Thomas zone. He does get it to the corner. LaChance centering pass. Lacey fires it over the goal. Now Kucher on the near side, blocked and off the boards. Durno pokes it away as it went right beside him. Savage, pass back to Reed. Reed's going to ring it off the end boards of his own zone to the far side. Rory Savage off the boards again. A turnover in front, shot wide. Ian LaChance right in the slot between the face-off circles. Couldn't hit the net as the Stars come the other way. Vahoviak will push in up the right wing, in deep in the zone. Trying to get a pass back to Legalic at the point. Legalic bumps into the linesman. Now Richter on the near side, passes out in front. Durno pokes it away from danger as there was a Maroon on the far side looking for a wide open goal. Now a counterattack for the Stars. Pass back to the blue line. Shot through traffic off a leg. And the corner picked up by Miles Dunn. Turns and fires, and another block in front. And the Maroons will clear it down the ice. It's deflected into the path of Durno. Durno plays it, but a nice hustle play will get it out in front of the goal. Zanudo turns and shoots, and that will go wide. Bezzetta pokes it from behind his goal to the far boards. Lawson gets taken down with a body check, and now a fight for it behind the net. Pass up the middle. Miles Dunn can't get out of the zone as the Maroons will get it back in deep. On the far boards, centering pass to Priddle. Priddle with some room. Big save by Durno. Centered again, and Durno stops it from getting to the far side post as he was down on the ice. And a salute from the crowd for the effort of both Dylan Durno and the Maroons trying to score the goal. Dylan Durno, again, has made a bunch of highlight reel saves. He did the same thing in game one here. But the Maroons are just pouring it on here in the third period. We got a Stars chant going on in the near side. Now a shot in front, scores! Edwards will jam the loose puck past Dylan Durno, who was down and out from a first save. And Aiden Edwards will make it 4-1. .26 left in the third period. The Maroons have taken a 3-goal lead. And the Stars are in danger. They're going down by 3-0. Chase Pettipies was just chatting with Skinner to go for a fight. He shook the gloves, but Skinner said no. Pettipies trying to do something to get his teammates going here. Pass up the middle, picked off by Owen Gray. Now dumped in by the Stars. Behind the goal, Edmondson trying to chase it down. DeBlassie comes out to ring it around the near boards. Kept in by the Stars. Pettipies with a quick shot, stopped by DeBlassie. And the rebound still loose, sent back to Owen Gray. It gets off past the blue line as it hopped over his stick. On the far side, Matsos reaches out to slow down a hot pass, takes a shot, and it's blocked and up and out of play. That will go. Stars trying to battle back here. It's going to be a tough task. Down 3 goals against the defending Sutherland Cup champions, the first seed in the West. And the Maroons are going to win their draw and flip it down the ice. Stars collect in their own zone. Chatham turns on a forecheck. Gilchishan will take a puck behind his own net. Now hands it off to Vahoviak. Vahoviak closed down on quick by Aitken. Forces a bad pass up the wall. It'll get back to the blue line. Kucher steals it, fires it, and saved by the glove of Dylan Durnall. Chatham pressuring the Stars in their own zone. Trying to force the mistakes. They have forced a few. Done a good job of winning back possession in the Stars zone and keeping possession. Alex Smith up against Ian LaChance on the near side. Inside the Star zone, the Stars will win the puck. Send it up the near wall. Richter will give it back to his defense after a good battle along the boards. Ian LaChance at the red line will pass back to Kucher. Kucher, near side, fires it off the end boards. Durnall will tap it on to the stick of Rowan Reed. Now Ello on Legalic. Up to Smith. Alex Smith can't get around Carter Kucher. And then Kucher turns it over in the neutral zone, and a Star is dragged down on the near side as Ello on Legalic got an arm wrapped around the front of him, and Ian LaChance is going to head to the box. Stars power play will head out there. They need a goal at this point. Down by 3 goals, 12:35 left in the third. You got to get it rolling now before you start to run out of time, which will happen fast. Face-off sent into the corner, and a wall battle will ensue, and Edwards will find the loose puck after it popped out. Clear it down the ice. Durnall takes a look ahead and will play the puck behind his goal. Well, sent to Legalic on the far side. Legalic whips it across to Alex Smith. Drop pass for Cameron. Cameron cuts to the middle. Back outside to Legalic. Shot through traffic. Bouncing puck in front and goes wide on the near side post. Back outside, the Stars gain possession again. Legalic, a shot in front. Redirect, saved by DeBlassie. As that changed direction right in front of him. Alex Smith to the far side, pass in front, pad saved by DeBlassie. Cameron on the far side of the goal was trying to tap that through the face of it. Redirecting it on net. Also a Star on the near side, looking for that rebound or the pass to come across. And now Ty Lawson is going to get escorted to the box. So that will bring an end to the Stars power play. As Ty Lawson is handed the 2-minute minor. It's got to be a frustrating time to take a penalty when your team desperately needs a goal. Maurice Savage from behind his own net, 4-on-4 for the next minute. Savage head forward, pass to the far side, Cameron. Wyatt Cameron. Cameron's shot towards the net, misses on the near side. Rebound off the boards is collected by McChesney. McChesney up the middle, drop pass for Richter. Richter trying to deke between his legs into the far corner. He'll take a shot from Savage, and the puck will be collected by St. Thomas. Pass up the middle to Sutherland. Jimmy Sutherland in across the blue line, stops up along the boards. Backhand pass to the near side. Cameron makes a move to center, but one too many Maroons in his way. Loose puck in front, almost a big turnover there by the Maroons, but DeBlassie will slam the mitt down on top and bring an end to that. I think these Stars were just a little too far away to capitalize on it, but the Maroons with a miscue in their own blue paint. 22 seconds left on this 4-on-4 shift here, and then the Stars will be on a short penalty kill. 10:57 left in the third. Chatham up 4-1. Face off one back to Bezzetta. He'll wind up and shot is right into the chest of de Blasi. We'll hang on for another face-off. Puck was kind of rolling on Bezzetta. He had to take an extra second to settle it down before shooting. Alex Smith steps in for the draw up against Burke. Burke wins it to the corner for the Maroons to Aiden Doyle. Aiden Doyle directing traffic from behind his own goal. And now we'll send it up the far wall. They'll give it away as Legalic hunts down that loose puck. And we'll pass it back to Bezzetta. Bezzetta fires it in to the far corner. Cienko will pick it up. Stars on a penalty kill now. 45 seconds left on it. After the Maroons man comes out the box. Lacey tried to split a couple men, but he lost the puck on the way into the Stars zone. Quickly cleared by St. Thomas penalties kill. On the far side, LaChance. Draw pass. Richter trying to return it to LaChance, who was skating to the goal line, but the Stars steal and clear it down the ice once more. Just about 15 seconds left on this Chatham power play. He'll pass it up the right wing. Richter into the zone. He'll step forward. The puck poked off his stick to the near side. And now the Stars will grab it. It's Rowan Reed. He'll blast ahead up the right wing. Tries a quick shot after entering the zone, but that's deflected wide. On the far side, LaChance is going to chase this into the St. Thomas zone. Pass out in front. Shot from McChesney, missing wide. He had a great look there on the far face-off circle. Chase Pettipace backhands in front to Ilchishin. He can't get a shot off, and away come the Maroons with it. LaChance up to Zanuto. Zanuto gets around the defense. Move in front. Saved by Durno. As Zanuto tried to tuck it 5-hole. And Durno says no. So the penalty's all done now. The Stars from behind their net. They're down by 3. They got to get something going here. Just under 9 minutes left in the third. Chatham gets another loose puck in the neutral zone, and they'll dump it in again. Kucher keeps it in at the line. Tipped in front by Edwards. Rebounds loose. Scores. Edwards redirects it in front. Rebound goes off the pads right onto the stick of Trevor Zanuto, who's going to get the hat trick. Zanuto, the leading goal scorer in the GOHL regular season. And he's starting to pile them up here in the playoffs. 3 goals tonight. 5-1 for Chatham. They'll win the center ice draw, and a shot from the far wall by Aitken is snapped up by the glove of Dylan Durno. So with the hat trick tonight, Trevor Zanuto now has 4 goals in this series. Puck sent behind the net off the draw. Loose puck came out to the front of the goal. It's whacked away. Chatham gets it back, sends it out in front again. Shot wide. Off the side of the net. Jimenez picks it back up for Chatham, who keeps possession in the offensive zone. They've pulled too far ahead now. You got to feel it would take something special for the Stars to get back into this one. Down by 4 goals with 8 minutes left. Dockstader up the near side. Will fire it hard in on Durno from the neutral zone. Will make a catch and hang on for the whistle. Got some Chatham fans heckling the Stars goaltender, jeering for the save. I don't know if they've been watching this game, because he's made a few miraculous saves throughout it. A lot of these plays he hasn't had much of a chance on. It's rebounds in front that the Maroons are just pouncing on. Aiden Doyle, pass to the near side to Kuchar. Up the middle to Edwards. Edwards, back pass to Burke, takes a shot, blocker save, Durno rebounds loose, Durno makes another big save on the near side, sticking up the blocker. Burke got taken out away from the play. Bezzetta is getting into it with Aiden Doyle and Edwards. Referees are separating them, but I believe there's going to be a penalty on the initial play that put Burke on the ice. It was away from the puck. So didn't quite catch it. Bezzetta and Doyle are both going to the box. That's Aiden Doyle for the Maroons. So it looks to just be the offsetting roughing calls, I would guess, for the extracurriculars after the play. So 4-on-4 it is. 7:32 left in this third period. The Chatham Maroons up 5-1 on the St. Thomas Stars tonight. And the Stars are in danger of going down 3-0 in this playoff series. The next game coming tomorrow night at the GOHL, 7:30 puck drop. If ever there's a night to come out to the GOHL and watch the game and support the boys, it'll be tomorrow night as they face elimination or a win to keep this thing going. Gotta win to stay alive if they can't make a miraculous comeback now. Hello on the Gallic, pass in front, shot, scores! There's one. Alex Smith is going to beat DeBlasi on the blocker's side on the far post. 7:05 left, and Alex Smith, with his second of the game, has made it a 3-goal game. Gotta keep pouring it on now. And you gotta believe. It's the only way. (5-2). Still 4-on-4. With 7 minutes left, and Bohoviak's going to take a shot at the blue line and go down hard. He got hit up in the face. Chatham's going to get a penalty. It's going to be Carter Kuchar who goes. But Bohoviak is in trouble. Trainer Corey Walker is going to go out and take a look at him. Bohoviak getting a high hit, it looks like. Will be taken to the locker room and checked out by the trainers. The Stars can ill afford to lose a piece as important as Luke Bohoviak right now. And we really hope for a speedy recovery from whatever just occurred there. And I don't understand shouting obscenities at a player that's just been hurt. Really don't get that, but. So Miles Dunn is heading to the box to serve an extra penalty, it looks like. It's a double minor against the Stars. What is happening? Miles Dunn's entered the box. Okay, so they've added the double minor to the Maroons now. So we're getting the double minor that I'm guessing is against Kuchar. The penalty boxes are filling up here. There's 3 Maroons in there and 2 Stars. 1:27 remains on the clock for the first penalty. One of them disappeared. I'm not sure why. And now the double minor is off the board as well. think there might just be a bit of confusion here from the scorekeepers. Referees are still waiting. For the moment, I see 4 Stars out there and 3 Maroons, which would make sense if a double minor hit the board for Kuchar. But it's gone now. Okay, so now they put the 127 back on the board. That was removed. That shouldn't have been. That's the 4-on-4 that we were on. And now we await the double minor to pop back up. Okay, it's just a single minor, it looks like, so 2 minutes on the board against the Maroons. All in all, it'll be 4-on-3 for 1:27. And then a short 5-on-4 after that. So the double minor was a lie from the scoreboard. I swear it was up there. I'm not just lying to you. So that's what it is. 4-on-3 in favor of the St. Thomas Stars, and the puck has dropped after a long deliberation. McGallick back to the point to Smith. Smith up the middle. Pass to the far side to Wyatt Cameron. Cameron back for Smith at the center of the zone. Now near side. LeGallick winds and fires. Rebound pops loose. And back out to LeGallick. Sullivan was on the doorstep looking for that rebound. But it got away from him. LeGallick trying to whip a pass back down low, but Aitken gets in the way and clears it down the ice. .50 seconds left on the offsetting minors. Alex Smith. Pass to the far side. Cameron winds and fires, and a stop again made by DeBlassie. Was quietly racked up a bunch of saves tonight. Has a 3-goal lead in his favor. Stars are going to send out some fresh legs. Out comes Ty Lawson, Cole Edmondson, Chase Pettipies, and Rory Savage on this 4-on-3. That's got 38 seconds left in it. 6 minutes left in the third period. Stars down by 3. Pass to the far side. Chase Pettipies enters the zone. Poked off him. Savage just keeps it in at the blue line. He'll send it to the near side to Lawson. Return to Savage up the middle. Whips it down low. Move in front. Scores! A beauty by Cole Edmondson. Goes backhand, forehand on the doorstep. Lifts it up over the blocker. And the Stars pull within 2. That'll be a power play goal for St. Thomas. Aiden Doyle is getting escorted to the box as well. So there might be another one added on. We got some more scoreboard work to do. But the Stars might catch a break and stay on the power play here. Skinner's going to come out of the box. I'm assuming because of the power play goal. All kinds of confusion going on in that scorekeeper's box. There we go. So they've taken off the rest of the power play goal that they just scored on. The power play time. And it's going to be 4-on-4. So Doyle must have said something and got a misconduct to send him into the box. But 4-on-4 for 10 more seconds. On the near side, Dockstetter up to Zanudo. Left-hand wall passed in front again, tipped on, and a big save by Durno on the far side as Dockstetter pushed ahead and got a good tip on net. Owen Reed on the near side, pass ahead, nobody there to take it. And it's on the stick of Jimenez for the Maroons. Jimenez going to skate around 3 or 4 Stars. Did get it into the zone, but stolen right back. Now Richter trying to help out and win it back in the offensive zone for the Maroons. Jimenez pass out in front, poked away by Durno. Dylan Richter was on the doorstep, waiting for that puck to hop onto the blade of his stick. Now another pass out in front. Dylan Durno will stop that. Hang on for another whistle. So the Stars have brought it to within 2. There are 5 minutes left on the board. They've given themselves a chance. They're down 5-1 just a couple of minutes ago. On the near side. Flipped up the boards. And in the neutral zone, Miles Dunn trying to switch it to the left wing on the far side. Aitken strips it. And we'll pass back to Sienko. Sienko returns for Aitken on the right wing. He gets stick checked and rubbed out of the play. Neutral zone, the Maroons will regain the puck. Aiden Doyle, pass back for Sienko. Up the near side, Miles Dunn with a clean steal. 2-on-1 chance in front. Nice defensive play. Coming back was Jimenez on his belly, stretching out with a stick. Breaks up a pass to Cameron, who would have been all alone in front of DeBlasi. Puck goes out of the play after the fact. Face off inside the Maroon zone, but a key defensive play by Jimenez. If Cameron had a lone look at that, who knows? Far side, run around the boards. Another steal, this time Lawson. Trying to return it to Wyatt Cameron, and the Maroons will flip it high through the neutral zone. The Stars really pushing here to try and give themselves a chance. They'll turn it over in the neutral zone, though. And the offense comes Zanuto, whips it towards the goal, off a body, in behind the net. In the far corner, Wyatt Cameron trying to fight for the puck. He'll get it to Savage. Savage up the middle. Puck ran away from him. Zanuto with it. Pass in front. Hopping puck. Priddle stopped by Durno, and another one. Oh, Dylan Durno with a pair of beauties to deflect it up and out of play. And the Chatham fans that have been all over the Stars have gotten a bit quiet. They just picked it up because they saw Carter Kucher coming out of the locker room. Or out of the box, pardon me. I love yelling the first part of his last name. Zanuto into the offensive zone, whips a pass out in front to the near side. It was behind McChesney. Now a battle for it along the wall. Priddle in behind the goal line. He'll take a hit. Matzo's trying to collect the puck. It's stripped off him by McChesney. McChesney turns and fires. Stick save made by Durno. Redirects it into the near corner. Bazzetta up the near wall. Can't keep the puck. Priddle steals it again. Into the far side. He'll carry it along the blue line. He'll take a full lap of the zone. Now on the near side. Shot stopped by Durno. On the near post with the blocker. Now a high hit in the far corner. Priddle takes out Savage. Looked like that was a bit high, and now we've got a penalty coming. It looks like it's going to be a retaliation call, I would assume. Matzos getting into it with Zanuto. McChesney's going to get escorted to the box. I'm assuming that Matzos will as well. Yes, he will. We'll see if anything else comes from it. Zanuto is skating to the bench, but the referees are going to say no, come back. We asked you got to go to the box. So now he will. 2:42 left in the third. It's a 2-goal game, 5-3 for Chatham. We'll see what penalties hit the board. Looks like it will at least be a 4-on-4 again. Assistant Captain Harding is going to get the message from the referees and relay it to his coaches. So far, there's 2 minutes on the board for Chatham, and that is all that's on the board. So the Stars are going to get a power play here. And they're going to go with an empty net as well with 2:42. So 6 on 4 with the extra attacker. Dylan Durno on the bench. The Stars going all in, pushing their chips forward. Smith, far side, Legalic whips one towards the goal. That misses wide. Near side, Dunn collects the rebound, sends it back down low. Lawson pressed up against the boards. Puck cycled into the corner to Wyatt Cameron, trying to pass it out into the slot. Aitken steals it. Pass back for Edwards. Edwards from the red line, partially blocked and goes just wide. On the far side, Legalic will pick it up from his own zone. Cameron back to Legalic. He'll fire it into the near corner, off the boards. The Maroons trying to clear it up the wall. Smith will get it back to Dunn. Over to Legalic, beside the goal, whipped on, beside the net. It'll miss wide. Ty Lawson. Pass back to the point to Legalic. Legalic hands off to Dunn, returned back. Smith takes a shot, blocked in front. Might have got through the pads of de Blasi. And now a clear path for Aitken, who's going to skate it all the way into the empty net. Fire it hard and make it 6-3 with the empty net goal. And Alex Smith trying to say something to Aitken, who just fired it hard into an empty net with a hard wrist shot. Kind of an unnecessary emphasis on the empty net goal that, you know, teams don't like to see. But the Maroons, with the empty netter, will make it back to a 3-goal game, and now will surely take a 3-0 lead in the playoff series. Shot from outside as the Stars enter the zone. De Blasi makes a save. And will hang on to the puck. Face-off will be inside the Chatham zone. 1:27 left in this third period. Chatham's empty netter makes it a 3-goal game. Still 45 seconds left on the Chatham penalty. And some good sportsmanship I just saw from the stands. One fan was hollering at the St. Thomas bench, and another fan told him to stop. And in all that, we've got a power play goal for the Stars as Ilchishin redirects it in front of the goal and past the net. And it's actually going to be Max Monick who takes the first fist bump. So I'm not sure which or where that credit for that goal is going to go. But the Stars make it back to a 2-goal game with 1:13 left on the clock. And I've got an argument happening in front of me between a couple Chatham fans. Through this argument, I've got to try and call this game. Chatham fans enjoy fighting sometimes. We've got a verbal fight going at. Passed out in front on the far side, deflected in front of the goal. Aitken on the far side. Flicked high down the ice by St. Thomas. They've got an empty net again, 40 seconds left, 2-goal game. They're not giving up. On the far side, Maroons trying to get it back in deep. They'll win the puck back, sent out in front, scores. Pass from the corner finds Edwards, who just had to put it in the empty net. And he did just that and pulls the Maroons back up to a 3-goal lead. And just a correction on that last Stars goal. It was Max Monick who got the goal. His first of the playoffs. But the Maroons quickly undo it. Pull back ahead by 3. It's 7-4. Couple empty netters. 26 seconds left. On the far side, Victor Moody. He's going to push in. Now flipped down the ice by the Maroons. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. It's all trivial now. As the buzzer will sound, one more shot from distance by Dockstetter. And now the buzzer goes. And it's all over for this one. The Chatham Maroons will finish this game 7-4 and take a 3-0 series lead going into Game 4, which is tomorrow night at the Joe. 7:30 puck drop. Come on out, support the St. Thomas Stars. Try and will our boys back into this playoff series tomorrow night. So that does it from the Chatham Memorial Arena. The Maroons 7, St. Thomas Stars 4. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you at the Joe tomorrow night for Game 4.